There have been many Chuck E. Cheese characters that have existed over the company's almost 50 years of existence. Most people know of Chuck himself, and possibly a few of the other band members, though there are many more characters that are mostly just known by the fandom. Most of these fandom-known characters get talked about a bunch, though there are a few that are rarely brought up in conversation. Obscure characters with a sea of obscure characters. One of those characters, or shall I say 4 of those characters, is what this video is about. Hi, I'm an animatronic nerd, and I'm here to introduce you to the 4 Little Shavers. The 4 Little Shavers are an animatronic barbershop quartet that first appeared in 1981 at a Peacetime Theater in Tampa, Florida. They also appeared in Brandon, Florida, and San Antonio, Texas. Some sources also list Clearwater, Florida, and Daytona Beach, Florida, as locations of that the quartet appeared in. The 4 Little Shavers are part of an experimental ice cream parlor that the Peacetime Theater was testing out. As of me writing this, or recording this, I guess, no photos of the parlor itself exist, though I'm assuming it was just a normal cabaret area with some kind of ice cream machine or serving counter shoved somewhere. The quartet consists of Nolan, the short guy with a big mustache, Nolan, the tall guy with a small mustache, Nick Nolan, the blonde guy with no mustache, and Curly, the old guy in the chair. Nolan and Nick Nolan are named after Chuck E. Cheese founder Nevin Bushnell. I don't know what I said. These 3 have similar movements to the Beatles or Beach Bowsers. They are tilted right by default, but a pneumatic cylinder pushes them left. They can also swivel their heads side to side and open and close their mouths. Curly has similar mouth and head movements, though instead of the right to left body jiggle, he can move his arms up and down. There's no known show tapes for the 4 Little Shavers, though their manual says that they sang songs, the Buffalo Bills, and other similar groups. The exact date of when they retired is unknown, though it can be assumed to be somewhere between 1982 and 1985. They were thought to be completely lost animatronics until about 2020, when a set of them was found, restored, and placed in the Buffalo Auto Museum in Buffalo, Illinois. Now that's just all the information we gathered from fan wikis and stuff. However, I want to quickly mention a few more things regarding my love for them, and a little bit about their fandom presence, though not too much because I don't have much fan content. I randomly started focusing on the existence of these guys a few years ago, and when I started getting into Chuck E. Cheese stuff, and I've kind of just been building up my own lore and story for them ever since. The story I've made is very fantastical and even a bit edgy or dark, I guess. I don't know. I've made a bunch of posts about it on my Tumblr. If you follow that, you probably know what I'm talking about. The whole thing with Flutterwood and the evil king guy and all that. So my favorite out of the 4 has to be McNolan. He's the one I initially focused on the most when I started thinking about these guys randomly, and I made the most in-depth lore and stuff for him. So he's just a cool guy. What can I say? Aside from all the tons of content I've made about these guys, there's not too much other fan content of them. A tons of Volo footage and strangely tons of Roblox versions of these guys, but mostly just that though. as of me recording this, no like authentic video footage from the 80s has surfaced of the Four Little Shavers. There is this YouTuber called Mason the Thing who has made animatronic, like, paper versions of the animatronics, and does like show tapes with them, including their own like fan-made show tapes. But other than like that kind of stuff and like a handful of other fan art and stuff, there's not too much other fan content for these guys. It's truly a shame how little we see of the Four Little Shavers. Hopefully this video will like inspire a few new fans, or maybe even interest in finding more information and footage of these obscure characters. Knowing the animatronic fandom, ability to dig up lost media and stuff, I have high hopes that we will one day see more of this quartet. Thanks for listening to me yap about some of my favorite animatronics. Bye!